Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and today I just recorded a video on how to get this big, loose, full, voluptuous waves look. So if you are interested in figuring out how to get your hair to look something like this, then keep watching. So what I'm using is the Remington curling wand. This is in the size 1 to 1.5 inch barrel. And I literally just put it on to the very first setting, which is 360. I don't believe it needs to be any higher than that. This literally heats up in like 20 seconds, so I already have it ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is my natural hair, and when I got out of the shower, I just put my normal stuff that I put in it, just to keep it from being frizzy and whatnot. So the first thing I do is I brush out my hair. Yes, this is my natural hair. I just let it dry after a shower this morning, so I'm just gonna brush it out. And then you can part it however you want to. I like to just let my part fall wherever it's going to fall. So the way I do that is I just brush it back and I just shake my head. And that's where my part is. And I'm just gonna keep it like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna section off my hair. I'm just gonna go right like at the top of my ear and clip that up out of the way. And I'm just gonna do it in sections. Next thing I do is I like to use a heat tamer spray just to keep from damaging it too much. Obviously you're putting heat on it, it's going to damage your hair, so I like to help it out a little bit. And I use the Tresemme Thermal Creations leave-in heat tamer spray. And you can use this before you use any type of heat to your hair, whether you're blow drying, straightening, curling, whatever. It's supposed to protect against heat damage. So I use that pretty generously. Only hold it a little kind of close to my hair and just make sure I get all over. Okay. And then I brush that through, make sure it gets all over the hairs that I'm going to be curling. So then for me personally, with the thickness, or the thinness I should say, because my hair is fairly thin, of my hair, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split these two into two more. I'll just do the top first, and I hold this back like this, and I just curl it away from my face, and I try to stay towards the top of the barrel, and I literally just hold on there for like 5 seconds, and then I unravel. I don't hold it up to retain any curl or anything because I want these to be very loose and big and just kind of natural looking. And honestly, the main reason I do this is just to keep my waves all facing the same direction and just to give my hair some silkiness, because as you can see, my hair naturally is very kinky and weird and frizzy, so this just keeps that nice. So I'm just gonna throw it to the back and then do the very same thing to the next one. Just hold it on for 5 seconds. Keep it at the top of the barrel. And I don't go all the way to the ends because I want the ends to still remain a little straight. And I don't want them to be too curled at the ends, so like that. Very, very loose little things. So then right after that, I'm gonna take this Garnier Fructis Full and Plush Volume Hairspray. It's supposed to hold for a good 24 hours. And this is in the 3, so it's an extra strong hold. But I love Garnier's hairsprays. First of all, they smell amazing, and secondly, they're not like crunchy. They don't leave your hair crispy, so just gonna spray a little bit and leave it at that. And then I'm just gonna do the very same to the other side. Split it in half and stay at the top of the barrel and hold for 5 seconds. And throw it to the back. And literally, I'm just going to keep repeating this step, this whole process. I'm going to then section off the next section, keeping the sections all roughly the same size up until I get to the top and make them a little smaller. That way I could do more to the roots. but this is what I do the entire way up. Just take that down, get the next section. And I try to, the sections that I curl, I try to make like different sizes. So again, I'm going to take the spray, spray it all over. Once everything is curled and sprayed through, it's very easy for me to separate what I did and what I haven't done yet. So as simple as that, I was able to grab what wasn't done yet so I can brush it through nicely. Like so. And again, just keep repeating the process. Take a piece maybe this big. Try to stay at the top of the barrel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. You could start from the back if you want to. It actually makes more sense to do that so then you don't have pieces in front of your face that are, you know, in the way, but whatever. I think we should rule out commitment for now, 'cause we're falling apart. Even you're just doing that to get even. Don't pick up the pieces, just leave it for now to keep falling apart. Alright, now that you've seen the same thing 6 times, I'm going to speed this up and then I'll get back to you when I do something different. So once I get to the top layer here, I don't want it to be too kinky curled, so I'm actually going to make the sections a little bit bigger than the rest of them, and I'm gonna make sure to stay towards the root so that I get a nice lift as well. And I also want to make sure that I stay at the very top of the barrel, that way there's no real tight curls in the top layer. I'm also going to hold it a little bit longer at the root, a couple seconds longer before I go ahead and put the rest down for the 5 seconds onto the barrel. That way the root gets a little bit more lift and the bottom gets a little bit less curl and more of a wave. Okay, so right now you should look something like this. It's obviously not going to stay this way, and I have hairspray. No idea what my lens looks like right now. Is that better? So I'm just going to take a little mirror that I have just to double check and make sure that I got every strand of hair that I wanted to get. The only way to see that is by seeing it from the back. So I actually see a hair that I'm not too content with. I'm just going to pull that out. And I'm just going to recurl that. Hold it on for a little bit longer so it gets to the curl. Nice. And then double check again. And that looks pretty a-okay to me. So now for me personally, I have all these little like flyaways and baby hairs in the front of my face. So I want to tame that a little bit. So I'm going to do that by using my straightener. And I have a cheap cheese straightener. That's what I have from TJ Maxx. This is the one where I can't control the temperature, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it does the trick. So you just need a straightener. Give that a second to heat up. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these little frizzies in the front and just kind of tame them. I'm not straightening all the way down. I'm just kind of putting the heat on it enough just to tame it down a little bit. And I have like little hairs up here that aren't flattering unless they're like straightened. And the same thing on the other side. Okay, so that looks a little better right there. So now from there, what I'm gonna do, I've already hairsprayed and everything, so now, like I said, I want it to be even like looser than this right now. So I'm actually just gonna rough it up with my fingers and just finger comb through the whole thing. And in doing this with your hands instead of with a brush, you're actually giving it some depth rather than taking any of it away. Also, it just seems to keep the waves a lot nicer using my fingers than it does using a brush. I feel like a brush makes it like frizzy and takes away from the look it's supposed to have. So then as you can see now I look like Farrah Fawcett. I have a little bit of touching up to do right here. The straightener, simple as that. And I already put enough product in it before where it doesn't seem like I need any more, though I will, however. I'm gonna take my, from L'Oreal, it's an oil serum, and it's a bunch of different oils in one. And I'm simply going to put 2 little bitty pumps in, throw them together, and just put them on the very ends of my hair. Get most of the product on the very ends to take away from any dull or frizziness at the ends, or any noticeable split ends will just kind of recover. And then the rest of what's in my hands, I'm just going to aim towards the ends of my layers because they get kind of frayed looking too. And then right in the front around my face here, those little hairs that we straighten, that I always straighten, that get very damaged. And then that's really it. This is the finished look. This is, for me personally, my favorite way to do my hair. It doesn't take away so much from the length, and it also just gives it some body and volume. And my hair is very thin and flat, and I really just, this is my favorite thing to do to give it some dimension and just some life, and it's so super easy to do. I hope this is helpful to somebody out there. I hope that this inspires somebody to try out some new curling wands. I really recommend the Remington. It's been one of my favorites I've used thus far and does very little damage to my hair. So if you like this look and you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, and next to the subscribe button is a little bell. If you hit that, you will get notified every time I make a video. So if you're interested, go ahead and do that. Leave any comments or requests on anything you'd like to. I'm more than happy to read anything from anybody, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.